It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the 49ers and the Texans, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 51 back in 2017, we are inside NRG Stadium in Houston. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Texan ball club entering play here. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
On the other side of the field for the visiting 49ers, they come in 0-3 and in desperate need of a win.
And as a team, you start to feel a little bit snake bit. They need something good to happen right now so they know it's not just them. They think they have the makings of a good team.
And we are underway from Houston. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick in the 2020 draft out of Utah State. This is Jordan Love.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
5 yards on the game's first play, second down. Now Love. He'll get this into the hands of the rookie from Texas. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His fourth touchdown on the year. And the Texans need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, the other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in. Get calm before you go for the big strikes.
Got him, man. It's De'Ami Brown, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Throw out wide is incomplete. You look at the defense for these Texans, and they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB.
And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they'd really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Now 3rd and 4.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Here's Hardy set to return. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Young. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. The tight end, Henry, here in motion. Looking to throw, Young. And it's complete, right back to Ridley. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. To the air once more, Young. Dumps this one off to Algier. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. Algier will try to pick it up. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Houston's offense taking over again. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Those are the types of run, Charles, that they say this first-year running back can provide a lot more of in the future.
He made it look easy, didn't he? Picking up that 1st down. Some have described him as a diamond in the rough with a lot of polish, nice little buffing. This guy could be one of the top backs going forward.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Julian Love picks it. And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Now comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
On play action. Love to throw. They'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 54 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. That's complete into the hands of Myers. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. Now 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Off the play fake, Love. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Still 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Love looking to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Jacoby Myers, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Texans have retaken the lead.
Man, he just ran a terrific route. Extremely hard to defend when it's run that precisely and the ball's delivered that accurately.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 14-10. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was all capped off by Jacoby Myers on the touchdown reception. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Young. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. Young. He's got his target. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 38. Up the middle, Jones. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll go again to Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Here's Young. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route well run, and the football right on the money.
Now Young. Touchdown! Calvin Ridley from 4 yards out. And the 49ers have taken the lead. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And we're going to stop play here at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm willing to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Love now. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Riley Dixon now to punt it away.
Riley Dixon in punt formation.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. He threw his 10th touchdown on the year last time they had it, and he'll look to keep it going here with a 1st and 10. Now Young. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
The play fake. Now Young. And that one into the hands of Brown downfield. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Young to throw it. This will be caught. Judy. Touchdown, 49ers. Jerry Judy, 33 yards. And the Niners will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. Here's Love. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Throwing. Love. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. To throw now. Here's Love. Escaping the pressure right. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. Now Love. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Julian Love. And the Niners are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one. The tight end Henry here in motion. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Bijan Robinson, a touchdown run in the victory. From there, we're off to check out another game. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Patrick Mahomes has thrown a touchdown pass. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Browns in that one. The Browns trying to gut this one out, as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Both of these offenses had their share of high points in that first half. Each team had some big moments, and it would seem this could turn out to be a game where the last score wins. These two clubs running through their final halftime adjustment. It's just about time to get back at it. And for the call of the second half, we go back out to Houston, H-Town, and Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Niners offense and Bryce Young headed back onto the field. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Throwing, Young. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Second down and 4. Young off the bootleg. Short pass caught by Henry. And he goes out right around the 39. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. After the penalty, it's Jones. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. Now we're at the 41, second and 9. They go play action. Young. Open man, the tight end, Henry. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one good for 26 and a first down. To throw, Young. Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. So from the 26-yard line, here's second and 3. Looking to throw, Young. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
A 4-yard pickup on the play. And the 49ers first down.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And making the tackle there, Jacoby Durant.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Over the middle, complete. It's Brown. And the 49ers are going to be set up with a first and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Young. This is caught. Touchdown 49ers from 6 yards away. And the Niners take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Texans offense and quarterback Jordan Love heading back out onto the field. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Love. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, third and 1. To pass, here's Jordan Love. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. Young to throw it. Short pass caught by Henry. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he was able to shed one tackle, but could not get away from there. Now a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Jones. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so.
And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Hunter Henry from 17 yards out. And the Niners will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
On that 3rd down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a 1st down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the 1st down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is now 24. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Houston set to take over. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Love looking to throw it. Flush to his right. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And now they're in the hurry-up. And they'll send the tight end in motion. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Shoves him aside. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 3.
At the 49ers 42-yard line.
On play action. Love to throw. That's down the field and caught by Freiermuth. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the 49ers will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Tackle made by Devin Lloyd, the linebacker. Second down, another shot for Jones. And he'll stretch out only about a yard up to the 32. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Young off the play fake. This one swung out here to Jones. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans back out there and ready to go. And this group has suffered far too many self-inflicted wounds thus far as we run through some of the mistakes. It's darn near impossible to win in this league when you're turning the ball over at the frequency that they have. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Antonio Johnson. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and goal back to the 8-yard line now. They'll try again with Jones. And a nice pick up there and gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. McLaughlin for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Going back to Love. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And the 49er hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort, at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And they'll indeed take a knee. Down to a knee goes Young, and that should be the final act in this one. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends.